Namaste, Hamesha खुश रहो बिटिया. My name is JVN Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you food science and the transport of food in subject food storage and transport. Now let's start the topic. What is food science? Food science is the basic science and applied science of food. Its scope starts at overlap with agricultural science and nutrition and leads through the scientific aspects of food safety and food processing. Informing the development of food technology, the Institute of Food Technologists defines food science as the discipline in which the engineering, biological, and physical sciences are used to study the nature of foods, the causes of deterioration, the principles underlying food processing, and improvement of foods for the consuming public. The textbook Food Science defines food science is a simpler term as the application of basic sciences and engineering to study the physical, chemical, and biochemical nature of foods and the principles of food processing. Then, the transport of food. Food products have always traveled to be sold far from where they are produced, especially when they cannot be produced locally. Limited in the past by the problem of transportation and preserving food, international food trade has been developing rapidly over recent decades. Several fruit, vegetable, meat, and milk now travel across oceans and continents thanks to increasingly safe and efficient modes of transport. The choice of the means of transport depends on the various constraints such as cost, the distance to be traveled, and the product. Air freight is used to transport food with a limited shelf life between continents such as asparagus and mangoes for example, and road and rail transportation is referred at a national or continental level, with the train being mostly used in countries where vast distances have been covered. Sea freight is less expensive and plays a major role with specialized vessels such as refrigerated cargo and container ships. Whichever mode of transport is chosen, food still has complicated journey which becomes longer as food passes through the various production, packaging and distribution centers, adding extra food meals. Then consumers at the end of the chain are likely to use their cars when they go food shopping. At the end of the day, food may have traveled thousands of miles before reaching our plates, miles which have an environmental cost. The environmental impact of transporting food is measured in food miles, indicating that how much carbon dioxide is produced to transport a ton of food over a unit of distance, that is in kilometers or miles. Cargo ship have the lowest carbon dioxide emissions with between 15 and 30 grams per ton of food per kilometer, followed by train, cars and lorries. Aeroplanes have the greatest impact, emitting between 570 and 1580 grams per ton per kilometer. Once consumers realize the environmental cost of transporting food halfway around the world, they may wonder if it is acceptable for food products to be available all over the year. But the problem is more complicated than it seems. Carbon dioxide emission produced during transportation are just part of a food product's carbon footprint, used to calculate greenhouse gas emission during the production, distribution and consumption of food. It is particularly important to also take into account the energy used to cultivate, store and process foodstuffs. The 4-week journey for a fresh spring apple to travel in a container ship from New Zealand to Europe consumes less energy than a local apple kept in cold storage for several months. Similarly, a kilo of strawberries exported from Spain by lorry is less damaging to the climate than a kilo of strawberries grown locally in a heated greenhouse. From an environmental perspective, making the right choice is not always clear at all. Buying local is not necessarily more environmentally friendly. Choice may, however, be guided by socio-economic concerns with the idea of supporting regional businesses and the growth of small producers. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.